We're gonna start with a couple of slices of bacon. So there goes our bacon. We're gonna get the onion, apple. We're gonna stuff this with a really simple stuffing. I spent a little bit of time in Columbus, Georgia. My dad was in the Army there, and that's where Vidalia onions come from. So let me tell you, Vidalia onions are in my system from an early age. All right, so we got our onions in. It's about 2 tablespoons of butter. The thing I like about butter, man, it tastes so good. It adds that buttery flavor, of course, because it's butter. But I mean, when you're talking pork chops, they're juicy, but they're bland. About 4 sprigs of thyme and about 4 leaves of sage. Now, thyme usually comes in a really stiff, woodsy stem, but this isn't that bad, so I'm gonna cut the whole thing up, put it in there. And the sage, man, sage smells like you're walking through a forest that just had a rain shower. So when you're dealing with something that's like pork, it's really gonna marry well with that. So a quick once-over on our apples. We're gonna throw those into the pan, get them nice and soft with everything else. There's one more layer of flavor that you've gotta add. What good are apples without cinnamon? All right, so just a little bit of cinnamon. A little goes a long way. All right, there we go. I'm gonna reach in and get some pineapple orange juice, which is always in my fridge. I love it with breakfast. Tastes good at dinner time too. And the stuffing, a couple of tablespoons in here. Then I'm gonna start stuffing up my pork chops. So what I wanna do is, I wanna go halfway through and then all the way back to the bone. And the bone is there for the juicy. Okay, so I'm all the way back to the bone. I've got a nice little pocket. Oh, nice little pocket going on right here. Okay, with your hands, not too messy. Just throw a little bit in there. Remember, save enough for all 4. That looks pretty good. And then we're gonna secure it with a nice little skewer. So I love pork chops. My mom used to make them fried growing up. And look, pork chops are a staple in the South, for real. They should be in the fridge if you're in the South. All right, so we're gonna salt and pepper this up. Don't be shy. Pork chops love flavor. I'm just gonna put it right in. I had them sear for 2 minutes on one side, and then I flip them, let them sear for 2 minutes on the other side. Just add the onions around the edge here. And then what I'm gonna do is pour in what's on the inside, on the outside. So we put a little bit of pineapple orange juice in the stuffing. We're gonna put some around these pork chops. It's gonna taste really good and steam up into the pork when we cook them. I'm gonna put them in the oven about 20, 25 minutes, about 350 degrees, okay? All this is the pan that we put the pork chops in the oven with. All of the juices are reducing from the orange pineapple juice, the onions that we put in there. Everything's working out with the lemon zest, and that's gonna reduce for a second. Look at that, with the onions. Oh.